Let's welcome our guest for today, Yoni Mazor, someone I met around 3 years ago in one of the New York Amazon seller meetups. He had an 8-figure Amazon FBA business and was managing his own reimbursements and the money owed by Amazon, which worked great, and then decided to go and create this for other sellers. He created Getida, which is the leader these days. You probably hear it all over every conference, every place possible. You see Getida, which they're awesome. They're really helping our community and creating and helping a lot of sellers with reimbursements that I'm actually using myself. That will also at the at the end of this podcast and recording will give a little bonus for those that are going to listen. Welcome, Yoni. It's really great to have you here, and it's a pleasure. You're someone that I'm always looking at as you guys are really working hard, and it's really nice to see that, and motivates me too when I see that. So thank you again for being here. How are you today? How are things going on your end?
Good. Thank you so much, Tomer. It's such a pleasure and honor to be here. I feel privileged. It's you said we met a few years ago. Looking back, it's very, very nice that all these years we were both able to kind of continue to work hard. Working hard is the only way to make it, right? Continue to work hard and develop each one of us in our own domains, and of course help each other over the years. So thank God, I can't complain. There's a lot of work to do, a lot of focus that is needed to continue to be helpful. But yeah, we're always happy to serve and be helpful, and we'll feel very lucky about that.
Yeah, definitely. So I want to start this by this is something that I did in some other podcasts after listening to your podcast. And I think it was 2 or a month, maybe. I was also a guest in your podcast. It should be online soon. Once it's going to be online, I'm going to share it with my audience too. But what's something that I really liked about how you interview people is that you really dig into their story, because it's not just how you do things, it's the story of the people that brought them into what they are now. So why don't we dig a little bit about your background, how you even started Amazon, what you did before? I know that you're also living in Israel. Just hear about yourself, so hopefully it will inspire other people, and then we can talk about Getida, how it's actually helping sellers, and really a lot of money that people living on the table don't even know that they Amazon owe them. And it's really, I definitely suggest before the year ends to get like a little holiday bonus by signing up to Getida and get some money that they owe you. But so where you were born, you're born in the States or in Israel?
Yeah, I'll tell a story. It's just it's funny to me because usually I ask the question, so it's very funny for me to be on the other side of the table. So thank you for asking that. So I was born and raised in Israel, in a small town very close to Tel Aviv called Ra'anana. I stayed there. I grew up there and I did, of course, the army. In the army, I was in the Special Navy Intelligence, and I'm a war graduate of the 2006 war with Lebanon. But after that, I always had family in the United States. My mother's American, and I always had my grandparents here and uncles and aunts. So I'm a citizen born abroad. I'm an American citizen that was born abroad, so I have a dual citizenship. So after the army, I went to travel South America a little bit. Actually, it's very popular that soldiers. After 3 years, you want to get a little bit of freedom. I went to travel. I grew my hair. I got my ponytail. I tasted freedom. And then I kind of came into the United States. We did have a family business that I was helping with, but also was able to start going to school and university.
Which business was it? The family business?
So my grandfather, he survived the Second World War, and he's originally from Poland. And then he was after the war, he was able to settle in Germany. And in Germany, he learned how to craft and make leather jackets in very, very high quality. So he had an uncle in Detroit, Michigan, and he invited him, to America, so he was able to immigrate. And in Detroit, he was working in the car factories. Detroit is the motor city. He was working in the car factory. I believe he worked for Chrysler, and he's working on the paddings for the car, to make paddings on the ceiling and roof of the car. But in nighttime, he used to kind of make and work hard and make these jackets. It's very cold over there. People needed good jackets, good leather jackets. So he met my grandmother. They got married, and also his sister survived the war, and she came with him. She also got married. So there are two couples that were working together as a team to create these jackets. Anyway, long story short, the American Dream, these jackets became very popular. They were able to, start small factory, and that small factory became the top 3 factories in the United States making leather jackets back in the 50s, 60s, maybe even 70s. They became very successful. Anyway, then my uncle came into the business, and then my brother. So it's a 3-generational business that I came in and helped with. We still have a factory in Detroit, Michigan, and also a retail store. So I was able to help on both sides.
So when you after army, after you travel, you came to the States, you started to get into the business. What kind of role or you
Yeah,
played there?
so most in the store and the retail actually, we had an outlet store, so we had a lot of jackets, a lot of jackets. If we get returns from, they used to sell to like J.C. Penney and department stores. So if they have any returns, stuff they don't want, they bring it, or the sizes are not good, or too small or too big, we have the store, and the store offered actually very good prices. So I was in the store arranging, taking orders, making sales, and helping people with their sizes or whatever that's needed to kind of run the store. But also we did a TV commercial, so also appeared in a television commercial.
Really?
So
Nice.
yeah, because we had the whole team of the store and the commercial, this and that. So some places in Detroit, let's say I'm famous. If people used to come to the store, they used to know me from the commercial. So that was kind of cute. That was fun. A very, very good business experience. This is the almost late 2000s. This is kind of the beginning of the smartphones, and e-commerce was already there, but the brick and mortar retail was still a thing. So I used to have that experience. So my main focus was in the store, but I still used to go kind of to the factory and help a little bit there, see how the manufacturing has been done. Most of the manufacturing is overseas, and I did go to overseas to China to see how it all gets done. But some clients, they want to order US made. Let's say you're General Motors or Ford, and you're in Union, and you can only buy American made. So they want some of their, if they want to buy 10,000 jackets for their team, and it says Ford on it, or General Motors or Chevrolet, whatever it is, they need to buy US made. So we still have a a US made facility there. So I saw the assembly line, everything, taking orders. It's just a great privilege for me to go and see that kind of environment, old school manufacturing in the United States, but also the retail side of things, driving traffic with commercials. So altogether was a good experience. But in the same time, I also started going to school. I was able also to find my wife, get married, get settled. And then later on, what happened was from that business, my brother is is an entrepreneur and he's doing that business. He also launched with a partnership a supplements company, and that supplements company I was asked to help out, and then that's when I kind of moved to the New Jersey area, because before that I was living in Detroit, and then we were able to.
Because he was living in New Jersey, or why
He
you
was living in New Jersey, but the business is actually in Detroit, Michigan. So I used to
the
live there, and
supplements?
then yeah, the supplements was my brother was also living in New Jersey, and I also have my sister and my aunt. But when we started the supplement business, yeah, for the most part it's based in New Jersey, so I had to kind of move to the East Coast. So for the supplements business, we did a few things. We opened a website, e-commerce. This was already 2009, so early on. And then I started putting I used to fulfill the orders online. Actually, Amazon at some point bought a company called soap.com. So we had orders from that company. So we used to sell them. We used to sell to Walgreens online and all these. So we used to sell wholesale to other online platforms, but also we used to sell to general stores and stuff like that. And then we actually opened a few mall locations. So I was in charge of also the mall locations. We had like retail kiosks that offer these supplements.
Agalot.
Yeah, in Hebrew we call them magalot, or in here they call them the kiosks. So so that was kind of unusual. They give us a very, very good exposure here in the tri-state area, and then we started selling to brick and mortar to Walgreens. But I guess my point here to make is that I got my experience in e-commerce, and then after we had the website, we sold to other websites. I started putting these products on eBay and also on Amazon. Actually, the first listing I ever created on Amazon was for those products as private label. Later on, I did a lot of reselling, but the early seeds that I had on Amazon, this is like 10 years ago, maybe 2001.
Wow.
Probably 2011. No, that's 20 years ago. Yeah, 2011. That's when I got my early kind of seeds within Amazon. So
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I want to
I
stop.
don't know if we're going too deep or
No,
how
I
fast you
like
want me
it.
to
I
go.
like it. It's things also new to me. I'm always curious to know about people. They never really know their background and all this stuff, what lead them. And a lot of time I see you guys operate. You really think big. I like this way, this approach, and I want to really try to understand how you really how it comes to you. Maybe your brother, you saw people around you thinking big and doing big things, and you wanted also to do that. how you really uh how you really got this skill of really working and
Yes.
doing big things.
Yeah. So if you, I'll answer it in a few ways. First of all, when I'm actually doing these things, they don't feel big to me. They just feel like this is what I have in front of me. I got to do it. It's a mission. I think I got this ability, to be honest, in the army. What is the army? Is a big body full of people, all have their missions and focuses, and they're doing really big things,
Yes.
right? So that's why I see myself as a soldier. I still am. Today I have a mission. That's it. And everybody around me, they kind of have a mission. You can call it like an army. Let's put it that way. But I guess the spirit in me that always kind of wants to innovate or do things in a very good way is, if I look back a little bit, it's the family structure. My grandfather was definitely a big influence on ours. What he built was, coming from nothing to the United States and living the American dream. That was very influential. My father is a lawyer. He has his own office, so again he had to make his own way. So that was very, very influential. My mother is a social worker, so I always had, I want to say,
Balance.
compassion. Yeah, you have a balance of compassion. Business is good. You have to be very strong. Compassion might be also very important. So she was helping, people who are in need and with the social, social, affairs. So mix all these elements together. That's kind of my upbringing, and I guess I always appreciated entrepreneurship because of my family structure, and also reading in the news. I always kind of was drawn to stories of all these success stories of people that they were just entrepreneurs. They were pushing, and they felt they saw an opportunity. Maybe it was small, maybe it was modest, maybe it was really big, but they had to fight hard. And I learned very, very quickly on that all great successes came from tremendous failures, tremendous challenges. Nobody has it easy. Nobody. If somebody's listening, oh, we're gonna have this easy passive income, 4-hour work week. I don't. I think it's a great book. It has a lot of good elements. I don't think that exists if you're a real entrepreneur. If you
Yeah.
were kind of a, your character is more of an employee and this and that, you're able to create yourself a 4-hour work week and a good passive income, and you're happy. You're happy. But I think a real entrepreneur in heart and spirit, on a very, so there's two things I like to see. There's spiritual and material. Material. Both of them are very hungry. Spiritually, you always gotta find your way to have happiness. But also in business, you always gotta, if there's more opportunity, more things to do, better things to improve, you're always hungry with that, and you're not restful, because when you're doing it, you're happy. That is the
100%.
happiness. Yeah, when
100%.
you're engaging and we're doing all these things, you're happy. That's how I really find myself happiness. Just a small disclosure: I haven't taken a vacation like in 3 years because I don't feel like I need to. I'm just really having kind of a good time working hard and being with my family. I see my family. I'm with them all the time, but also the team, this and that. So I take great joy with just accomplishing things.
But I
So
guess like you travel a lot, so it's a little break from what you
yeah,
do. So it
exactly.
kind of
That's why I'm
compensates
lucky.
for
Yeah, I
you.
just saw you in Miami, so I get the opportunity. I saw your brother also. It was nice to meet him. So yeah, I got very lucky to, I'm able to now, especially now everybody got the shots and they got the vaccines. So able to go out. Like 2020 was a little rough. Nobody got it out. Nobody went anywhere. So that was a little hard and challenging. Um, but yeah, so looking back, what pushed me or drives me, the construction of it, I think it's that's kind of the elements there.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to really mention one more thing from my perspective. So what I'm trying to really show people on this channel on Sourcing Monster is that working on yourself and working hard and really do the things that other won't do. That's what really will take you to success. It's not really how you sell, how you create the listing, how you do the coupon. Because when you're hungry, you'll find the way to do the things, right? When you do the things that others don't do, you'll find that you just like 10x and you will get the success. It will come to you. So yesterday, for example, I had a YouTube live that's focused on how you can kill it on Amazon with your daily routines, like your morning your routines. And I recommended I wake up very early, like 4 or 5 a.m. and start by exercising, start by learning new things, and you start your day strong, and then you just continue your whole day like you grab that same kind of momentum from the morning and you apply it on your day and you just keep pushing. So what he said, like, it's 100% true. Like there is nothing, success is not free. It won't come to you like that, like 4 hours. you have to work for it. You have to work for it every day. Unless like
A 4-hour work week can be a reality if you have a team that works in your spirit and it can really get the job done, and then you can really rely on them. That's rare. It can be achieved, but even then,
but
you're
no
always gonna
growth.
care. Yeah, even if you really you put 4 hours, it's in your mind. Like, how are they doing? I hope it's okay. It's just a mindset thing. If you really are successful and you care about your business, if you can be frivolous. In good times you'll have fun, but bad times you might go down and you never see it again, and then you have to go back through the whole cycle. But yeah, I got to the stage in my life where I got the little seeds in Amazon. It's not really the full Amazon experience. It's not the moment when Amazon sucked me in. I guess the moment that Amazon sucked me in is so what happened. I was helping with this supplements company, but then in the synagogue, obviously I'm Jewish, I'm religious, I attend synagogue. In the synagogue, I met a very special guy. Today's my partner. We're still partners till today. He was doing accounting, I was doing the sales and distribution. We had a good chemistry between us. We're all, both of us, had a very good entrepreneurial spirit, I would say. And then we started kind of selling stuff on eBay, whatever we can get our hands off, because
a lot of
e-commerce was just there.
connections comes in the synagogue, right? I love
Oh
it.
yeah, it's a big. Listen, we're talking about community, right? The e-commerce sales community. It's very similar to, at least for me. Every Saturday, every weekend, we go to the synagogue. We meet the communities, community approach. We're helping each other. We don't expect to get anything in return. Somebody doesn't feel well. Somebody had a baby. Somebody passed away. You do all these things to help out, to be helpful. So now being in the environment of an e-commerce sales community, and they ask me to help, obviously I'm going to help. I'll be very happy to help. So I think hopefully that spirit will kind of penetrate and go around it, and I think it is. A lot of people are very helpful, and it's just a magical thing. But anyways, we got along, and then we started selling stuff on eBay, whatever we could get our hands off, because it was very exciting. We saw that even in eBay you can make good money just offering stuff. And then in 2013, I believe, we started kind of offering this stuff online, and especially with watches. We're very, very into watches. We had a good connection here, good supplier and distributors, and
The
so
high-end watches or some.
we started with a very high end, because what happened was, check out this story, opportunity, right? We saw that, we're in the northern Jersey, Bergen County, New York area. 47th Street is very, very close. You know all about it, right? We saw that this is 2011, 12ish already. We saw that, a lot of these jewelry stores, they have less traffic. For whatever reason, they have less traffic than they used to do, right?
Yeah.
Because why is it? It's kind of going online.
Yeah.
So we come in and we have the relationship. So we come in and they have in their safes millions of dollars worth of inventory that are just dead. They don't have room to even show it.
Yeah.
So what do? Very simple. We see opportunity. We made a big database, went to all these stores. We came with the box, a studio box, so we can put the watches in, take pictures, and list them. Just list and list and
Right
list and
away.
list on eBay. Yeah. So we had a whole database. All of a sudden, we have millions of dollars worth of inventory that's available to buy on eBay. We have Rolexes, Breitlings,
Do the things
Cartier.
that others won't do. Like
Nobody wants to deal with it.
99% of people won't do that, won't go to the store. Hey, like that's what I'm talking
So
about.
basically, we
Amazing.
told them, you want to plug your products online because they're in a safe. They're not even outside. You want to plug it online and have an audience. I'll put it out there. You tell me the price you want to pay. I'm going to make a little commission. And that's it. They're like, yeah, I do all the labor. I do everything. So we hustled every store we came in, built relationship, this and this and that and that. That was on eBay, and it was working very, very nicely. And this is why we still have jobs. But we got so much momentum, we were able to kind of do less and less our job, more into that. But then obviously with our networks and connections, we discovered Amazon, and Amazon I think just opened up. I think it was 2012 or 13 where they just opened up the watch category. It was like the gates are open, right? Nobody was there.
Yeah.
So we're able to start offering that. Now
There was high
Amazon,
application fee or like something
no,
like that.
no, on the jewelry it was $5,000.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
we got to the jewelry category, and you have to send your products in and get it tested. But no, it was no application. You have to kind of show them. You have to put the right images, some simple requirements to show them that you know what you're doing. And then so then we kind of changed the model a little bit from the because we had the spectrum of regular end watch, jewelry. Somewhere I feel open to share with you, so because you understand. So we had the low end, mid range, and high end on eBay, but on Amazon it's more like the low end and mid range. Maybe from $50 watches all the way to maybe $2,000-$3,000 tops maximum.
Yeah.
So we discovered that all of the stores that we're working with, they have accounts, and they can get supply, they can get brands, and that's when we shifted the model to start buying, from just having it, just selling, and then that's not our inventory, start buying. And
I mean,
I
buying and then like selling it. By
buying, holding, owning inventory, then selling it on Amazon, because we discovered, BSR, best sales rank, data, statistical data over time. We slowly were able to utilize the data into our favor, and really being able to buy and plan our inventory, to really rotate every 30 days. Everything we buy has to kind of rotate in, 30 days. We buy, we sell, we buy, we sell. Long story short, 2013, the moment we kind of popped into Amazon, that's when things, started exploding. That's when we got sucked in. We're able to really leave our jobs and just do this full time. The business grew very, very quickly from 0 to 20 million plus in revenue. We started with the watches that kind of brought us in, but the natural progression was into jewelry, sunglasses, footwear, and then we just became like a little Macy's, like a little department store. Everything we could get our hands on. And then we started doing our private label products. We're into jewelry. We did backpacks. We did also baby wear, baby products. And then, so from all that activity, we obviously, from a small place, we got to a bigger place, warehouse, like 7,000 square foot, wasn't big enough. So we had to start using 3PLs. And then we became a part of a larger group that, as a group, we're doing over 100 million in sales. So that's kind of the trajectory of the retail business, I call it, the retail track. But all along the way, we saw, on FBA that, there's always discrepancies. And as we grew so much in volume, we couldn't keep up with all the data that's coming in. Yeah. Really, the regular tools are just breaking. Yeah. That forced us to create technology. I remember
for your own business. For your own business.
No, it wasn't for my business, solution for my business. I needed a technology to be able to keep analyzing the data that's coming in. That's one component. But the second component was to set up a dedicated team. The team sits down with the data after it gets audited and opens up the cases with Amazon and manages all the back and forth. Right. So together, the power of data and a team of that services it creates a solution. The solution is to make sure that we get the maximum FBA reimbursements that we're eligible to receive. Because what do we find, statistically speaking, that the discrepancy rate on an annual basis is between 1% to 3%. So when we're doing $1 million a year on FBA, excuse me 1 second. Got it. Yes, I had to clear the throat over there. Mm-hmm. So if we're doing $1 million a year, $10,000 to $30,000, okay. But once we're doing 10 million a year, that's 100 to 300,000. Once we're doing 100 million a year as a group, that's 1 to 3 million. So we need technology, we need a team, and create, apply real resources, enterprise grade level resources to create the solution. So we did that. It helped a lot. And then we shared with a few of our friends from the industry that we have these capabilities. And they told us, help us, we'll pay you. And that was the early genesis and creation of Getida back in 2015, 2016. So because the model is very, very flexible and comfortable, it was growing organically on its own for a few years, because it's free to join Getida, it's free to stay with Getida. We only charge a fee based on recovery. Yeah. So
no monthly fee or nothing, no
risk subscription. For the seller. Yeah, no subscription, no contract, nothing. Only if we get you money, we get paid. We get paid 25%. So let's say this month we got you $100, we charge 25%, which will be $25. Next month we get you $0, you pay $0. That was the model. So that was growing organically for a few good years. And then it grew to such a degree where we had two good businesses, retail and also, solutions with Getida. And then we had kind of a pivotal point where we kind of made a leap of faith. We said, retail, we achieved a lot and we feel like, we kind of peaked. But with this solution providing, we have the opportunity to help so many sellers worldwide. So we were very passionate about it. So we said, okay, we'll cash out of retail, focus, take all of our resources, put into just helping others. And the moment we did that, and our entire focus, motivation, energy, creativity, energy, whatever it was, just just with the helping others, that's when Getida really kind of took off into it blew off like a volcano. So we kind of took leadership position in this little niche. The niche is Amazon FBA auditing and reimbursement, and it taught me a very, very valuable lesson. Having two businesses that are successful is cool, but for us, focus isn't just on one. Just made a world of a difference, because there's no distraction, because retail and providing solutions, kind of different worlds. With retail, we had like a $9 million balance sheet that's always on your chest. You got to keep rolling.
It's inventory. It's not a cash flow business. Yeah.
It just sucks you in hard. You got to be super responsible, and it's great. I love the thrill. Don't get me wrong. And we're very successful with it. But the solution providing says, I have the same thrill, but everybody else has that balance sheet. Everybody has those open points. So now we're auditing billions of dollars worth of transactions every day. So I have billions of dollars worth of dollars to kind of care about.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, it scaled up, and I'm helping. So it's it's same connection from a different angle, and I have the luxury and privilege to have a team that focuses day and night just on that, and it creates
Did
an impact.
how did you sell that business? What did you do with
No,
it?
we just cashed out at a market. This is before the glorious exit days. So we just cashed out our balance sheet and everything that we had in profits, whatever was left, we just
Really?
focus on Getida. Yeah.
I'm surprised for people like you with these minds that you couldn't really sell it and some opportunity with that.
Yeah. So back
I
then,
guess you were so
this is
excited about Getida, you just didn't really care much.
AS. It wasn't even like a thing, problem. But this is before like today. This is before.
Yeah,
This is a few years ago. Before there was so much money into this, and so we didn't
people
really
would
think that
value this.
somebody.
Yeah.
So we didn't really think somebody would value it, and who are we going to sell it to? So we didn't waste too much time. We did what we had to do to keep moving, and I got no complaints. Let's put it this way.
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason. So
Yeah.
that's really amazing. Why don't you tell us what kind, first of all, of reimbursement? Let's talk about Getida. It was nice talking about your background, knowing about you. I learned a lot, and it's really awesome story that you have here. And we can get into more details maybe in the future when we have more time. But Getida, what kind of recoveries, what kind of reimbursements people can get that they don't even know? So I always say it's like, maybe it's 25% to some people, it's a lot, but it's better than zero, right? So it's better to have $75 out of 100 than zero. So why don't you tell us, give us some scenarios, what people can get, what Amazon owe us, what kind of tricks, how Amazon make it difficult for small sellers or sellers without really internal systems or big budgets to really understand what is owed and what not.
Got it. I'll be honest. This whole subject of FBA auditing and reimbursements is very boring. It's very unsexy.
Yes.
I'll try to make it as simple and understandable as possible.
Yes.
So overall, there's like probably 30 plus scenarios of things that kind of happen along the way with your inventory and FBA, and I'll give the roadmap of how it all happens. Because once you understand the concept, everything kind of falls into place. So you sell on Amazon, you want to utilize FBA, you have a shipment, you want to ship 1,000 units to Amazon's fulfillment center. That's the beginning end of everything. You shipped 1,000 units, but Amazon, instead of receiving 1,000 units, they received 190. 10 units are missing. Entry level, most sellers should be aware of this. If you never heard of this, then you have to actually look at the shipments log and go to the shipment and find that and actually open a case and tell them to research. You never heard about this? As soon as this episode ends, you're going to go to your Sell Essential, check out your shipments, find the ones that are missing inventory, and open cases. You're going to get paid. Enjoy the money. That's a simple
That's the
gift.
easiest win, right?
Yeah, they call low hanging fruit, but we can go back to that more later. There are a few challenges there, but we can discuss it later if needed. Okay, that's the entry level. Most sellers know about it. It's fine. But once your inventory is inside Amazon's fulfillment center, inside it got received, right? Inside of the center, it can get lost, damaged, destroyed, disappeared, disposed, or overcharged with fees. Like 5-6 scenarios.
That's the tricky part. Yeah.
Right. That's when it gets a little bit more complex. That's why we're going to try to simplify it as much as possible. That's inside the warehouse, but also it can happen between the warehouses. Because sometimes Amazon might ship your products from Kentucky to California, California to Nevada. It has a better spread for consumers. Things happen there, right? Because you can always ask, what's going to go wrong? That's when the things go wrong, right?
No, the truck had an accident.
Yeah, things dropped, fell. Somebody likes your products and took it, whatever.
Yeah.
So also from the Amazon fulfillment center to the customers, things happen there. You get lost, damaged, destroyed, disappeared, disposed, get overcharged with fees. From the consumers back to Amazon with all the returns and the refunds, and from Amazon back to the seller if they do removal orders. So all these logistical friction points, that's when all these scenarios happen. So if you have 5-6 chain reactions times 5-6 scenarios, that's 30 plus issues. So that's kind of the name of the game in a very, very simplified matter. So the challenge is on the auditing side is basically what we did. We created a technology. I'll give an analogy to make it to simplify it also. We created an ability to every single unit that the sellers are shipping to FBA, we create like a bodyguard, like a shadow, and that shadow always through the data, right? Through the data, we're always be able to check what's going on. It came in, now it's not there anymore. Why is it not there anymore? Oh, okay, it got sold. What's your ID? That's your ID. Okay, everything checked out. Oh, it's not there. It didn't get sold.
Where is it?
Okay, where is it? Oh, it got damaged. Okay, did it get reimbursed already? Yes. Okay, no problem. Didn't get reimbursed. Okay, let's open a case. Let's discover what's going on. Also, we apologize. Here's your reimbursement.
And I'm sorry to interrupt. So I have actually a lot of the top videos that I have on my channel is about those reimbursements, how you can do it. And believe me, it's if you don't have like a tool, it's a headache. It takes a lot of efforts, dig into reports and cross-check things that manually it's just like doesn't make sense for sellers. We want to focus on business, on marketing, and on the bottom line. Not all this like you said, it's boring. It's takes
Exactly.
time.
It's not sexy. All the sellers want to look forward, and they should. Marketing, branding, PPC, sourcing, ranking. That's what's really creating the business. You don't want to look backwards. I sent it to you. It's sold. I don't want to look backwards. But you actually have to do, because it's 1 to 3% that you might get back from all your revenue. That's where there's solutions out there that can help. If there's too much of a headache, too confusing, you know what to do. The solutions out there. Reach out. We happen to be one of them. We'll be happy to help you. But really, the solution for us, it's all I care about. You can talk to me about sport. I know nothing. You talk to me about reimbursement. I can talk all day. That's kind of the idea here. So, that's what we're passionate about, and solving it on a very, very large scale. And that's what we take a lot of pride in. But yeah, like you said, it's grabbing all these data points from all these different reports, putting it all together into a formula, and doing mathematics. It's very, very data driven. And to simplify it even more, we consider ourselves actual auditors. What does that mean? We focus on the mathematics. We're focusing on finding -1. When we find out mathematically -1, we present that to Amazon. And then the ambition, the project is to get to 0. So, oh, we found it. It got discovered. Okay, all good. Oh, we apologize. We can't answer that. That's when they apply the policy of FBA reimbursement. They provide that, and everybody's good to go. It's all about the -1. That's why, sometimes there's tools out there they use. If you submit the information, Amazon asks you questions, or they tell you no, you're done. Okay, no means no. But for us, it's not the case. If Amazon kind of tells us no, but we can clearly say -1, we're gonna reopen the case. Say, hey, look at the maybe explain a different matter and way, and then look at the -1 again, and they're gonna be like, oh, we apologize. Here's your reimbursement. So we have
that happens a lot. Yeah, that's usually
right. So we have an effective ability to take a rejected case and convert it to a paid case, and that can be very huge. That is a lot of potential. So the idea for us is that we encourage the sellers to do as much as they can on their own to get all the reimbursements that they can get. After they're done, we can come in, whatever's left behind, we're gonna catch that and bring it back to your pocket. And only if we're successful doing it, only then we're gonna get rewarded. So that is kind of the Getida magic. It's very customizable. It doesn't have to be us or you. It could be together. I think you apply that method also. You have a good team, you have a good system. Whatever you're getting, and then we come in, we back you up as you go along to make sure nothing is left behind. And only if we're successful, that's when you kind of we get rewarded and you
and
pay
it's not
us.
that I didn't test it out. So I tested having it with our own systems like you did back then. So we created like spreadsheets and automations and stuff. But at some point, I just realized like, what the heck I'm doing here?
Yeah,
Like I'm like stupid focusing and my energy and my time trying to save a penny here or there. It doesn't make sense. So if you're watching the videos that I did back then, I'm so excited how you can save money. Yeah, you can save it, but use the service. Let the professionals do it. Like what they do. They build systems that a small business can't create. So
yeah, I want to add something into that. You got excited because in that moment you understood what's going on. The thing is with reimbursements that is very, very important to clear out. It keeps evolving, much like PPC. PPC today is not what it was a year ago and 5 years ago. It's today different game. Data sets always keeps on changing. Same thing with reimbursements. The data sets keep on changing. The logic keeps on changing. The algorithms keep. So we constantly innovate and adapt to that to find the real opportunity and to have the right mathematics. That's why if you find the juice today in the formula, it doesn't mean that tomorrow you're gonna have the ability to understand it if it changes.
Yeah,
but for us, this is the only focus that we have.
Yeah.
For us, so we have built-in R&D. R&D for us, we know that the only thing that doesn't change is change. It keeps on changing. That is where people maybe can get confused and saying, "Hey, I got this. Good, do it." But the moment you don't got this, we can back you up, and that's probably what's gonna happen. That's exactly what you experienced. And once again, you don't want to look back. You're gonna apply all these resources to get to be able to go back. No, you want to apply a lot of resources to go forward, to have growth, crazy growth, not just to kind of get back whatever was supposed to be yours.
Thinking small,
anyways.
like I said at the beginning, how you think big. So this is a small thinking mindset. Definitely not really focusing on the wrong things and things that
Impact, where you and your team can create the most impact for your business, and where other partners, solution provider, whatever you want to call them, can create an impact for you. Where overall you're just killing it, you're just crushing you're blowing up at scale, like you should be, and not just wasting your time on all these rabbit holes where you can get lost easily and just kind of stay behind.
Yeah. I want to wrap up this podcast because to keep it short so people can engage and maybe we can live like a little taste for them for the future to you have being here a guest again. But do you have some numbers to share with us, like how much money you recovered 2020 or 2021? Some some facts that could be cool, or
A few
not on
points
top
for
of your head.
yeah, a few points of consideration. We're recovering tens of millions of dollars every year, for our users. We audit billions of dollars worth of transactions. We have, we operate globally, so we offer the solution for Amazon US sellers, Canada, Mexico, UK, and EU. We have close to 100 team members in 6 countries. We're the largest organization in the world dedicated just for this. This is all we do. That's it. We don't sell on Amazon. We don't do advertising. Nothing. This is all the focus that we have, and yeah, that's kind of the numbers. Also, we won the gold award from the Amazon, not from Amazon, from the American Business Awards (ABA) for our dashboard technology, because we actually, when you connect to Getida, you get access to a dashboard. In the dashboard, you get real-time visibility, because behind the scenes, you have a whole army working for you, but all that work is live, real time. Imagine all your VAs, all the stuff you can always see in the dashboard what they're doing, because you'll be able to see all the cases that are open. What's the status of each
That's
case.
for
They get
your
paid.
backend control, or that's for the
No,
customers?
for the user, for you, Tomer.
Okay.
You should go visit your dashboard. You go to your dashboard, see the cases that we open for you. What's the status of each case? Did it get paid? Did it get rejected? It's still pending. How much money we recovered in the past 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? Now, there's 2 more features on the dashboard I think it's worth mentioning. One is
A
we have
new
a
one,
module.
right? There is one new.
There's one that we just recently released, and the one that we released last year. So I'll start with the older one, and then I'll go to the newer one. The older one is the pick and pack module. We're able to put in your weight and dimensions, and then we can run an audit. And if Amazon is overcharging you with your weight and dimensions, we'll get you reimbursement. Small example.
Even
If this is
retroactively?
yeah, you can go back 90 days. So if this is your product and it's a phone cover and it's less than a pound, less than 10 inches, they're supposed to charge you $3.50 every time they pick and pack it, right? They pick it from the bin, they package your box, they ship it. They're supposed to charge you 3.5. They're not. Maybe they have wrong data, so they think this product is 10 pounds and 100 inches. So they're charging you $10 every time you sell it. So you have a
You do
six
it
and a half dollar.
automatically, or we have to request this?
We need your data. The moment you give us your data, so you confirm to us this is my weight and dimensions. Now you go check. That's when we can do the check. And then we can, if Amazon is overcharging you, we catch that. We open a case to achieve 2 things. First thing, update the data. So going forward, you save all the overcharges, and then you go back 90 days and get all that money back. If past 90 days you overcharge you $10,000, we'll get that for you. So
I didn't know that even. You see, so only for that it was great
exactly
to bring you here.
you'll make more money just for this time. So appreciate your time. Hopefully you'll get paid for it. And the model, the latest tool that we launch is, if you look in our dashboard on the left side, it's called inbound shipments. There's a breakdown of all your shipments, all the shipments you ever did, and then it breaks down which ones that need more attention. Okay. And then if you're a private label seller, and I repeat, if you're a private label seller only, if you're a reseller, this does not apply. But if you're a private label seller, when you open a case to reconcile your shipment, Amazon needs packing slips or documentation.
Proof
And
of
that is a
purchase and
challenge.
proof of delivery, right?
Yeah, it can be a variety of documentation. At least on the packing slip side, we have a new tool. We call it DocMaster, where you can use, where it helps you set up the packing slip in a click of a button. So you have it ready for you. So you don't have to go back and
So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I have a shipment a year ago. I came to my forwarder and they say it's too long. I don't have this data anymore. I can't get you the BOL.
Exactly.
So we do have tracking numbers, but the master tracking number by UPS, but doesn't show all the others. So basically your tool can create it.
No. So that's a bit different. On the tracking side, we can get involved there, but on the packing slip. So if you're a private label seller, Amazon needs a packing slip for you. What does a packing slip really means? It's basically a proof of purchase. Say, I'm company ABC. This is my information. This is this shipment. I'm the owner of this shipment. I'm the owner of
Instead
X
of
amount of
having the
units.
invoice, that's proof of purchase. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
this way you don't need an invoice. You don't have
Okay.
to show your supplier, your manufacturer. It's instead of that.
Wow.
Because only if you're private label. If you're a reseller, you have to show invoice.
Saves ton of time. Yeah, 100%.
Saves a gazillion hours, a gazillion headaches. It's all in one platform, all in one login.
And that's TOS with Amazon, right?
Oh yeah. This is just a tool. This is because sellers have these tools to make the packing slip, but instead of going to another platform and doing it there, you have it built in our software. It just makes it easy.
Amazing.
It makes it simple. So less friction, so it's built in. It's kind of the latest innovation, and it's very helpful. Once again, it helps. Our commitment, our mission is to make sure that sellers get the maximum FBA reimbursement that they're eligible to receive, and try to make it as easy as possible, because it's not so easy, it's not so fun. But we try to make it exciting, you know. We try to make it exciting while we're
Yeah, yeah. The exciting part is when you get the reimbursement. So, like you said, like an average day, one day you wake up, you see, oh, like instead of let's say $1,000 profit, oh, you see 1,300. So that's cool. What you can give our people, my viewers, the YouTube subscribers, there any offer? I know we worked on a specific page, which is Getida.com's monster.
Yeah,
What they can get
Getida.com
there?
/ monster. So Getida.com / monster. And over there, you're going to be able to get a $400 offer. Basically, the first $400 we're going to get for you in FBA reimbursements will be free. We're not going to charge you a penny. You know, it might take us a day, might take us a year, but that's a guarantee. You're going to have $400 extra in your pocket just for trying us out. After $400, if you want to leave us, you can leave. If you want to stay, you can stay. We're just, you know, trying to help here.
Yeah, so definitely use that link, and it's gonna support the channel as well, and support you, because the 25% that you mentioned in the beginning for the first 400 won't apply. So, you know, on top of, you have no risk at all, even if you pay the 25%. This is a nice bonus to start with. So definitely check them out. Yoni, it was super pleasure to know more about you. I thought I know you a bit, but now I know you even more. So yeah, thank you for the opportunity, and also thank you for what you do for the community. All these events that you support and help, always trying to help and support. Even, you know, in Miami event, you know, you always try to help and give a hand to anyone. And that's life. When you create value, you get back. And it's really nice for me to see your success. And I wish you really great success in 2022 as well. And hopefully you can be here again as a guest in the future, give us some updates and more about you.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. You know, good luck to everybody.
Thank you. Now, please, my friends, do me a favor and share this video with other people that might benefit from this video. It will help me grow the channel, and I will really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.